Currently, I use this PC. It is almost out of storage. It has a 4 terabyte SSD, and one 30-minute time lapse is about 5 gigabytes of storage. So I need more storage because it is almost out. My last video was about 300 gigabytes of storage because of all the time lapses and just the long recording times. And so it only has about one video's more of storage in it. So I'm going to build a NAS. A NAS is a network attached storage where I can upload anything, any file item or any file related thing to this NAS from anywhere in the world, as long as I have an internet connection, and I could also access them anywhere in the world with an internet connection. But I will mainly be using it just as external storage for my computer at home. For the CPU, I went with an Intel Xeon E5-2680V3. This is a good balance between being cheap and also having good performance with a good amount of cores and a good amount of threads. For the motherboard, I'm going to go with an AliExpress motherboard because it's cheap, and the cheapest one that I could find outside of AliExpress and the cheap Chinese brands were $500 from Supermicro. So it wasn't really an option. That's not really worth it for me. And it has decent I/O. It has a few USB ports, and it has good SATA interfaces, but also it has a PCIe slot and also a PCIe by 4 slot, I think, with a good power delivery as well. Not good VRAM, but it looks decent enough for my situation. It also has 2 NVMe slots, so I'll be able to put one NVMe in, and then maybe I'll need to get a splitter for the other so that I can get more hard drives in the system, but it is good that it has 2. For the RAM, I'm just going with a generic something server RAM. I think it's 32 gigabytes of DDR4 running at 2400 megahertz or 2333, which is the standard, but it's ECC as well, so it's going to work better, hopefully, than normal RAM with the motherboard, but it's also a decent amount for caching. I don't know the amount of cache that the SSD has, but the RAM can also help. For the SSD of choice, I went with a Silicon Power 128 gigabyte. It can run on even 64 gigabytes of storage. The software I'm going to use won't really take up that much, but just in case, it never hurts to have too much storage except for your wallet. For the cooler, I'm using a Agio 400 SE, but I'm going to replace the fan with a Noctua one, either a black one or a brown one. I will decide once I put the build together. So I switched the fan out on the CPU cooler from the original one, which is a crappy 3-pin non-PWM fan, for a Noctua one. So now it should be quieter, faster, better, cooler, all those good things. And now I'm going to install it in the case. The case, I had to make some decisions on. I originally was going to go with a classic server chassis, but then I decided on more of a Okay, so basically the N6 that I got I also have the N5 still. I haven't returned it yet. I bought both, and then I decided on the N6. So I'm just returning the N5, or going to. But the N5 doesn't take ATX power supply with a tower cooler. So it is majorly in the way of the tower cooler if I put the ATX power supply in. I don't have any SFX power supplies on me. And so I think just using the N5, which can fit big ATX power supplies, big coolers, lots of hard drives, I think it's just gonna be a better option. Even though it's probably too big for what I need, I'm probably just gonna go with that, and it'll let me get it finished faster and hopefully give me a lot more room to upgrade in the future.
So basically, I have to redo all of the building of the PC in a different case because it did not fit the correct power supply with the cooler that I was using. Super annoying, but I gotta figure it out.
I'm just gonna speed run and getting to the point where I was before. Alright, so I have everything built for the power supply. I went with a Corsair 650 modular because it was cheap and I had it. So yeah, and I put a 1030 in there just so I could get a display out. And then also I'm going to finish building it tomorrow because I need the adapter that will come tomorrow from Amazon, the SATA and the PCIe. I don't know which one I'm going to use, but to SATA. So PCIe and M.2 to SATA, and I will finish it tomorrow. So the PC is completely built, so all I need to do is install the hard drives in it and then start setting up the OS. So I'm gonna put NAS Enterprise, whatever the free one is, on the computer, and then I can go from there.
So now that the computer is built, I'm doing some research on the software that I want to use. I want to use TrueNAS because it's free and it's used by lots of people. So lots of people are working on it, making it better. So honestly, the OS install was pretty smooth. I had no issues with the actual OS, but my top NVMe slot had my boot SSD in it, and then my bottom one had the adapter, and so I had some issues with configuration because the bottom one could only be SATA M.2 and not NVMe, which is what my adapter was. So I ended up using a SATA to SATA SSD as my boot SSD, and then that fixed everything.
Alright, so I finished setting it up, but basically what I had to do was I had to change the SSD, the boot SSD, to a SATA to SATA, not an M.2 NVMe. So now it's just a SATA with a SATA port, not M.2 SATA, but there's some weird motherboard settings, I guess, configuration that happens because there's only a certain amount of data that can go through the CPU, through the M.2 lanes, the SATA lanes, SATA ports, and the PCIe lanes. And so with my current setup, I had to do SATA SSD, but the boot SSD doesn't really matter. It's used for booting up the thing, and that doesn't really need to be fast. And so now I'm going to set up all the pools, and then I should be good to start transferring some video footage and some other storage from my main computer, which is behind me, to my NAS, which is over there. I'm also not going to show you guys that, so this is going to be the end of the video. So it took me a while to realize that I just needed to change the SSD. I didn't have a SATA M.2 SSD, but took me a long time to realize it, and so it's pretty late now. But everything should be working now. All the hard drives are showing up, and so now I will transfer all the stuff over, and then I'll have more storage on my PC, which is what I wanted from the beginning.